Why friend, hello, very nice to have you today here on a lower body workout on the Persist program. Now if you're new around here, don't worry, you're going to get a hell of a great session. I'm going to be coaching you throughout to make sure that all of our challenging positions and exercises are being executed to the best of your ability with some nice tips and cues. On that note, here today we are going to be prioritizing building strength, muscle, mobility and flexibility. So you're going to see a really nice combination of drills that simply challenge primarily our muscle tissues and then also ones that challenge our joint range of motion to get a really nice combination to have you looking and feeling at your best. I really think this is a fantastic way of training, and I know you will too. Equipment wise, you're going to see me use a range of dumbbells, largely in the sort of lighter to light moderate kind of section today, depending on how I'm feeling. Simply do your best with what you have. Ideally, we'll have 2 or 3 pairs to have access to, but typically you'll see me rotate heavily between 2 pairs of dumbbells. I'm also using these yoga blocks here to elevate my front foot for some nice sort of range of motion alteration. But if you don't have any blocks, or anywhere to elevate your foot, do not worry, you can perform the exact same exercise just without that change in the range of motion for the front foot. Without further ado, let's jump into our 5-move warm-up. I'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, my fellow persisters, let's get this show underway. We're going to start on the floor because you know me, feeling generous. We're going to be looking at some hip rotations as our first move. Hip rotation with a hinge in there as well, to get everything around the hip feeling good. We're going to be in this seated position, and I'm going to roll my legs over into that 90-degree position. I'm also then going to drive my hips back, getting my chest towards that front leg, and then pressing away, pulling the knees apart to transition, and rinse, repeat. Use your hands as you need to make this comfortable, but also loading it up a little bit by not taking it too easy. Always pulling the knees apart, feeling that really active stretch in the the adductors in the groin. I hope wherever you're joining me from today, you are having a nice day. Whether it's first thing in the morning or last thing after a long day, God bless you for taking the time to strengthen your mind and body. Cool, we're jumping into the lizard. I'm going to do an alternating lizard lunge, loads of range there. We're also going to add in a nice upper body rotation to get things feeling spry. So I'll basically be in this high plank push-up position, and I'm going to do a big step, right foot, right hand, reach the elbow towards that foot, rotate on around, and I'm going to be staying down there for the alternating steps, reaching into that side and rotating around.
Halfway there.
I love hearing all your introductions. Oh yes. From where you are, so please keep those coming, my friend. So cool.
10 seconds.
Parts of the internet that I do rather enjoy.
Rest.
Okay, we're going to be coming into an elephant walk. Really nice way to lengthen out the hamstrings, a little bit of lower back action. Feet together, knees bent. Now you can have your hands on something if you're feeling really stiff. I'm going to pop them on the floor here. Just do your best. You can even hang down. Both knees are bent. We're then going to go one locked, and you should feel a big stretch that side. If not, deepen the position. If you can't lock the knee, then elevate your hands a little bit for me. And just alternating those lockouts with a little pause each time. Beautiful. Getting your hands to the floor is a nice target here over time.
Ten seconds.
And rolling on out of it. Oh yeah. We're next going to do a triple bounce air squat. Just a body weight squat, but we're going to repeat the bottom range of movement 3 times before we reset to the top. All right, that's where the stretch is at its deepest. So I'm going to come on down and go 1, 2, 3, drive up tall. All right, 1, 2, 3. Now you can play with the speed of that bounce. You can slow it down. Trying to get really deep into your best squat before resetting.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh yeah.
Rest.
Feeling a little less stiff after all that, that's for sure. Alternating glute bridge to finish here. So one leg drives up, comes down, hit the other side. Down on our backs, hands on the floor in support. And drive through the heel of one leg, back down, hit the other side. Taking as much time as you need to, really trying to squeeze the buttocks on the working side.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oakley dokley.
Rest.
My setup for the first one, for this 1 1/4 split squat, I am going to be elevating my foot. Like I said, if you don't have elevation, just do a regular 1 1/4 split squat. That means we're repeating the bottom part of the movement, that bottom quarter, before getting back to the top, okay? These are long windows of work, 60 seconds of potential there. You don't have to do the whole thing, depending on how challenging you're finding the movement and indeed the weight that you're using. I'm gonna grab something light to moderate for this first one. We're doing 3 sets. Now this is a tough old block of work, really meaningful stuff,
10 seconds.
plenty of stimulus. Feel things out, be as conservative as you can to start with, and we can always find something more challenging after. So front foot elevated or on the floor, back foot on the balls of the foot. I'm gonna come slowly until my knee meets the floor, come up a little bit, back down, knee to floor, drive tool. Holy majoli. Rinse, repeat. Try and really control that bottom bit of range of motion. Just up that little bit, back down, kiss the knee again, drive tool. So we're just repeating that end range stretch, which has been heavily shown to be the most
Halfway there.
stimulus inducing part of the repetition, which is why we love deep stretch repetitions, full range of motion, all that good stuff. Oh, but it does burn.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
However, a lovely 30 seconds between everything here today. These will feel like the longest, most challenging sets you'll do. So psychologically quite nice. Eat the frog at the start of the workout here. All right, setting up for the other side.
Round 2.
Slow and smooth, kiss the knee up a little bit, back down. Boom. You might find you have to do little micro adjustments across the first few reps to find that perfect footing for you.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Okay. Well done, friend. Next up, we're going to be doing a sumo Romanian deadlift. Just playing with the foot width here to get a slightly different stimulus. So I'm going to go wider than shoulder width. You can play with that as well. Soft knees, driving the bum back. Let the knee bend a little bit. Keep the chest up. All about shifting the hips back, finding that big stretch. locking out with confidence. Let's give that a go. I'm just keeping the dumbbells nicely close to the front of the body, finding my best stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Boom. Slow, smooth end range stretch. And we're off.
Halfway there.
Think about keeping your armpits tight to your side, like you're crushing oranges. It's one of my favorite cues for deadlifting. That keeps your back muscles switched on, helps you keep a flat back.
Seconds. Rest.
Bingo. Okay, we got some data there. First set's always the worst, kind of. Coming into 2 more rounds of that, okay? So change your loads if you need to. Stick, twist, play with the different movements, different weights for different movements, sorry. But we are back to the split squat. Just like that. Okay.
Round 4.
Don't forget that bottom quarter.
Halfway there.
Oopsie.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Oh, quick bit of the good stuff. Alrighty. Second leg's up.
Round 5. Halfway there.
Ooh.
10 seconds.
Oopsie daisy. Oh yeah.
Rest.
Okay. Into that sumo deadlift now. The Sumo RDL. You have a greater strength potential more than likely than with the split squat, so by all means go heavier, should you please. Okay.
Round 6.
Oh yeah. Well done. One set to go. If you haven't found a really tough set yet with those two movements, this would be the time to do it with your loading or how far you're going in that 60 seconds if you're not already going for the full hog. Last one, and then we get a full minute off. Happy days. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're in.
Round 7.
Whoopsie.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh goodness.
Rest.
Oh yeah. You know, I flew back from Spain yesterday. I was only there for a couple of days. On a Ryanair flight at 6'5" I am. Not for the faint of heart there. My knee, my left knee especially, because I couldn't move it anywhere. It's feeling particularly strange. I had the great privilege of flying business class one time to Morocco because my friend had air miles. It's tough to go back after that, I must admit. For me, that is money well spent.
Halfway there.
Oh, my legs are burning.
Seconds.
Okay, one more great rep, let's do it. Okay.
Rest.
Goodness gracious me. Good little sizzle there. Alrighty, last of the sumos.
Last round. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
That was something of a marathon. Well done. Huge stimulus for the leg there. Next up, we're going to be coming into two movements. We work side to side on both those movements, and we just do it for 2 sets, 45 seconds of work each. It will feel like a holiday by comparison. Breathe. First one's going to be a curtsy squat, curtsy lunge, where it's like a typical reverse lunge, except rather than going straight back, I go back and behind the front leg. So you get a slightly different stretch, primarily through that glute. Take it steady, don't step too far over, and take your time with that slightly weirder range of motion. You could go one dumbbell goblet here, you could go one either side like we've been doing. That's where we're starting. We're only going to do one side at a time, okay?
10 seconds.
I'll give it a stab with same dumbbells. Let's face it.
Let's go.
So back, slightly behind, kiss drive back there. Good. Again, you can play with the width and indeed how far you're stepping back, depending on your stature and how that movement's feeling.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Pretty nice, right? 45 seconds. We'll hit the other side and we'll do our Piriformis Push Up, which is going to largely be more of a mobility focused move. Just looking at stretching out the glutes in the hip, muscle in the hip, the piriformis. Really nice mobility drill, and can make the back feel really good as well, depending on your current mobility. Okay.
Round 2.
Oh, a little bit close that time. All over the map here.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Tremendous. So, for the Piriformis push-up or 90-90 hinge, we're going to adopt this 90-90 position, similar how to we were at the start, but just try and be really on top of this angle here, Turn your chest over that front thigh. Hands can be in support. In fact, I recommend it. Chest is tall, and think about there's a rope pulling your hip back behind you as your chest comes towards the thigh. Now, just go as far as you feel you need to find that stretch, and then press the shin into the ground to come back up. Like I said, it won't feel like a conventional exercise, but we are strengthening, that hip range of motion, as well as getting a really nice stretch. Two in the same.
Halfway there.
Keeping the chest tall, find that nice lengthening there through the back. Drive tall. Depending on your hip internal rotation, you may feel that other side
10 seconds.
feeling a little taut or even crampy. Adjust the position if you need to.
Rest.
Oh, lovely. Again, really nice drill. I recommend sprinkle in throughout the day. Keep the hips feeling nice. Oh, feels good. A little blood and sweat, endorphin.
Round 4.
Big tall chest.
Halfway there.
Ha.
10 seconds.
Sorry, I'm not going crazy. I was just checking my microphone is still working. Wouldn't be the first time.
Rest.
Lovely. Feeling good, right? Got the really hard graft out of the way. Only one more set of that pairing. So with that curtsy lunge, adjust the weights if you need to. Just one more set here. And then we'll finish with our little EMOM, with some nice tasty treats in there too. Okay.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Cool.
Rest.
Coolio indeed. All right, last of the summer wine with the curtsy.
Round 6. Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Oh, lovely, jubbly. Into that piriformis business. Okay.
Round 7. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
And transitioning. Actually taking a moment. Oh, tremendous. Hope you all enjoying the workout so far. Feeling good, feeling accomplished. Got over that kind of like, oh, I can't be bothered, I don't feel like doing it kind of sensation. And when we're in, we're in. Forgive me if my typical fantastic humor and jokes
Last round.
are even worse than normal. Oh, feeling tired. I was actually at a stag do or bachelor party, depending on your vernacular, on the sunny shores of Spain that weren't so sunny. So one could say I'm feeling a little
Halfway there.
ripe around the edges, but we're still here. We still came to work.
10 seconds. Rest.
Oh, lovely. And another minute off befalls us. Final piece is that 6-minute EMOM. So at the top of each minute, we're going to perform a new block of work. There's no structured rest here. So we basically want to work for around 40 to 45 seconds so we have enough time to kind of rest and transition to the next one. So I'll be keeping an eye on the clock and adjusting my reps depending on how I'm feeling or indeed how we're doing for time.
Rest.
30 seconds until we go. The first one is a cyclist squat. I'm using this to elevate my heels because my feet are together and I want my knees to travel far forward to get a deep stretch in the quads. If you have no way of elevating your heels, simply perform a regular goblet squat with your feet like shoulder width apart kind of thing. Really nice one here to isolate the quads. However, I'm gonna go with something quite juicy. 10 to 15 reps. My heels are elevated, feet are close together. Slow and smooth, finding that deep stretch, drive tall.
Halfway there.
I'm gonna go with that. 12 is nice because I've got to explain the side V up. So we're gonna try and squeeze 6 reps per
10
side
seconds.
in this one window. Rather than lying completely on my side, I'm gonna be slightly cocked. So sort of diagonally. My hand is in support on the floor, feet are together, arm is overhead, crunch up and reach with a bit of support there. So I'm targeting my obliques a little bit more. 3. Bend your knees if you have to, understandably. Not an easy task, this one. We're gonna try 6 and 6.
Halfway there.
Oh, that's pretty perfect. Nice. Nice fresh challenge. Next up, again, a little more mobility
10
focused
seconds.
with the horse stance. Particularly unpleasant. Feet kind of in that sumo position, a little bit wider maybe. Try to turn your toes out. Pushing the knees out. Plopping the hips down into your best stretch. We can do like a pulse of 3 to 5 sort of pulses. Stand tall. All right, I'm going unloaded here just to get a feel for it. Like I said, it's just to spend some time in that challenging position for the hips. You're pulling the knees apart. That'll do.
10
All right,
seconds.
one more time through. And the only way is through. Alrighty.
Halfway there.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds.
Side V up.
Halfway there.
Oh, lovely. And the last of the horse stance here. I'm going to add a little bit of weight to it.
10 seconds.
Last move of the day. Just going to grab one dumbbell and let's have a play.
Halfway there.
Oh, that'll do us nicely. And would you believe,
10 seconds.
my hard-working friend, finito. I'm going to explore some pancake compression here. Some nice flexibility.
Rest.
Not easy. I'd love you to join me for it. Taking my feet as wide as I can into that pancake.
Let's go.
And I'm just going to reach forward. Oh. I'm not being too aggressive about this initially. And just letting my breath come down a little bit. Trying to get nasal if I can. And what I'm going to attempt to do here, some compression stuff. Contract my abs as hard as I can. I'm also going to squeeze my quads and imagine lifting my feet off the ground. They aren't going to go anywhere. That's going to help actively pull me a little deeper into the position. So here we go. Compressing my abs. Oh, squeezing my quads to lift them off. And reaching for an active 10 seconds here. Squeezing everything.
Halfway there.
And then gently resting, taking some breaths in this new position. And next up, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to drive my heels into the ground to activate my hamstring. And try and go a little bit deeper in as well. So 3, 2, 1, driving the heels into the ground. Reaching a little bit deeper. And I'm just going to hang out here until the end of this block.
10 seconds. Well done.
Well done is an understatement. Oh, good. Some hidden challenges there. I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you're still here, it's because you did in some way, at least saw the value. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you supporting me and the channel. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, do all the stuff that helps us out. And I'll see you in our next session. That's going to be a full body session up in a few days. Ciao, my friend.